Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for Europa Universalis 4. It's been a little while since we've had a single-player Let's Play for EU4. Of course, we have the multiplayer going on. And of course, I did do the bit of a game over here where I was dabbling with coastal African Belgium. And you know what? It didn't really work out, and I got really busy at the time, and I gotta say, I did not cry about just sort of setting that game aside. But I do want to do another one, and there's a couple of things I want to explore. One thing is, at some point, I still do want to see the new colonization stuff over here, to the point where I was considering just playing like an actual just vanilla Castile. Because I do like, you know, I want to get the actual events for the country, for example, and then we could just do like Caribbean colonization, and just, you know, relatively easy peasy kind of game, but it doesn't sound like fun. So instead I'm going to do something, well, it does sound like fun, just not what I want to do today. So instead I'm going to do something that's going to be quite a bit more challenging. I haven't played a game really where I've been a true part of the core HRE. I've sort of been on the periphery, but not really gotten involved. And I haven't really done a game where I've been part of the true sort of religious warfare that was especially added in Art of War, for example. I tend to just, a lot of times I might stay Catholic. I never even got a chance to join the Catholic League in most of my games. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play as a country in the HRE. And we are going to flip over to Protestant once it becomes available and see how that goes. This is going to be a pretty hard setup, I'm not going to lie, because I'm going to play as ULM. Well, not just ULM by itself. I'm going to play as a one province custom nation with maximum points. I'm going to go to the options here. I'm going to go custom setup. I got this, the points set to 800. Very easy. I have basically unlimited points to spend. Now, when you make a custom nation, the easiest way to be powerful is to take a lot of land. We're not going to do that, which is going to make this, it's going to be really hard. And one of the problems with expanding in the HRE is there's a lot of countries here. They're very close together. Aggressive expansion is brutally, brutally tough. So we're going to be new ULM. Fortunately, I can't just keep the name ULM for some reason. It'll tell me, oh, you can't have the same name as another country. I'm like, well, that country doesn't exist, but, you know, whatever. Map color, I'm going to go, I want something relatively distinctive. The Dark Hunter green's not bad. Bright red might be okay, but I think here, the sort of black color is going to be good. A nice offset to the Austria, for example. Here, let's randomize a map. No, 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 no. We could go with something black and white, which the ULM flag is. It's not going to be exactly the same. Just stripes. Just trying to find a good base. You know what? I like the crowns. Keep that as an emblem. We'll change the background, though, to be not like that. Sure, like that. Keep color 1, and then for color 2, we'll find black in here. And then 3 is nothing. You know what? Actually, I don't like that background. Maybe the cross? You know what? Let's go with this. There we go. This is going to be the new Ulmian flag. Okay, so we're going to do a few things. Like, for example, I have no problem with, even though our leader is transient and won't live forever, right? We've got tons of points. Let's invest all the points there. Now, we're going to be Bavarian, which is a subgroup of German, which is good. We're going to start off as Catholic. We will convert to Protestant once that becomes an option, because right now, it's not. I don't want to be Coptic or Orthodox in this area, that's for sure. Now, government type. Here's the first thing. I think, and I do have a tendency to go with too many republics, but I actually think it would be quite good. There's a trick we've learned. Now, if we go Noble Republic, we can do royal marriages. It gives us bonus morale, bonus tolerance of heretics, which might be useful later on, and also the lowered autonomy changes, which is fine. And yes, and we can do royal marriages. Cost a few points, but that's okay. I think overall it's going to be better. It'll help us be in a position where we can basically lock in very powerful leaders for the rest of the game. That is going to be even more so when you consider that one of the ideas we can grab, let's just override one of these groups, doesn't really matter which one it is. One of the things we can grab is bonus yearly Republican tradition. In fact, it's very expensive, but you can bump it up to level 2. It would be less expensive if we move it down. The base cost is 140. It's higher because we have too many admin ideas and because it's quite high in the list. So we can tweak around, but we have lots of points. So normally you grab one Republican tradition per year. This would double it to 2. We have an election every 8 years. So that would be 16 points. that we would get in the meantime. And if we keep our same leader, then it costs us 20 as a noble republic. It costs us 20 republican tradition. So basically, we're in the point, if we grab this, we can basically always keep our 666 leader around as long as we want, more or less, and then only occasionally have to bump it up a little bit, or maybe pick an event that gives us a little bit of extra republican tradition, which is going to be really nice. So the major problem, though, as I said, in this area is aggressive expansion. So one of the things I want to do is get the thing that reduces aggressive expansion impact. That is going to be key. Additionally, we are almost certainly going to be vassalizing people, either diplomatically or in a war. We will have to vassalize some people. We're going to have to play that kind of game. So I think, well, there's two things. One, we might want the cheaper diplo annexation cost. But I don't know if we need to worry about that exactly. But what we will want is more diplomatic relations slots. We're going to need a lot of those. First of all, it would be nice if we get a lot of alliances, but also potentially manage a lot of vassals. I don't think we need more diplomats. We will probably get ideas at some point that give us that, but I don't know if we need them at the start. I don't know if we need more diplomatic reputation either. It might be good. It might be good. We might want some of the military things. We do have the bonus discipline down here, which I do tend to like to keep. In fact, I tend to like to start with the bonus discipline. So I'm going to click up here, get discipline, which will just swap them around. All right, so we've got that. Oh, the other thing I like, we don't need global trade power. I think we can make do without that. What was it, though? I was about to say something. What was it? Oh, what I think is very, very powerful is the cheaper technology cost. Technology cost right over here. And I think starting with that is going to be nice because, I mean, we start investing in technology right away. The sooner you have this idea in effect, then the sooner you start saving points. And overall, over the course of the game, you save a lot of points. In fact, I think we can get cheaper idea costs as well. Can't we? We can. We are piling a lot of admin stuff over here. Now, the question is, do I want to start with the cheaper idea cost, or do I want to have discipline from day one, which is quite nice. I quite like having lower land maintenance as my final idea, because at that point you tend to spend a lot on your army, and this can save a lot of money. But speaking of money, okay, we don't need national unrest. What would be probably good is higher national tax modifier, because we're not going to have a whole lot of cash right now. Because we're one province. Now, luckily, ULM has a tax base of 8, which ain't bad. Not as much manpower as potentially some others, but it's actually it's pretty good. Now they realize, obviously it's not Vienna, but there we go. We are going to have to expand quite early. Like early on, our goals will be Ansbach or Württemberg, because those are the only two small nations that border us. So we have to take one of those in some fashion early on. I'm actually really tempted to start with the aggressive impact reduction, because if, for example, we're able to win a war against Württemberg, which is certainly possible, and we vassalize them, I think I checked, I can't remember what it was, but I checked, and I think we'd get just over 30 aggressive expansion with some people, and 30 AE is the point at which people can join a coalition. So if we can keep it just below 30, they won't trigger a coalition on us. So I think we'll have to take the discipline bonus, and over here we'll do that, which will swap things around. But then I'll put the technology in front of the early Republican tradition, which will further discount this because it's getting lower down the list, which is good. Obviously, we don't need morale of navies. Production efficiency is a fine way to make money if we want, although we're a little too high on admin here. Why don't we grab... We don't have enough military stuff, apparently. We could do the funny attrition tricks, which might be a thing. We could discount our units, which would save us a lot of money, but seems maybe a little silly. Just more manpower recovery speed or national manpower modifier might be good. Let's just get some more morale of our armies. And we'll reorder things a little bit probably too. And I don't know what I just replaced, but I need morale of the navies to be replaced here. So a diplomatic or military idea. We already have diplomatic relations. We might want the reputation. It will make it easier for us to eat up our vassals, plus just generally make us liked a little bit more, which is going to be important here. 711 points. A lot of that is the yearly Republican tradition. Discipline to win the early war, aggressive expansion so the early war does not destroy our nation. Plus, it's going to be good for the rest of the game as well. I think it's going to be good. We'll probably grab influence ideas as well, which is going to tie in well with what we're trying to do overall. Like to have like the higher taxes faster. Money is going to be good. Oh, we don't want the idea costs way down here. That would be terrible. God, I want everything right away. The idea cost, just like the technology cost, should come as quickly as possible so we get the discount right away. In fact, I would like to start them both here. Let's move the idea cost there. And then the yearly Republican tradition here. God, the discounted years of nationalism is so good too. So many good things. Actually, why don't we take, instead of land maintenance modifier, put us right at 50, which is okay. We'll take the discounted years of nationalism at the end. As we, you know, really start going with our conquest or something of that nature. Win that first key war. Then start to get things that will save us points in the long run. This will also save us points, because at that point we'll hopefully be rolling lots of like vassals and alliances. We can't go crazy overboard with vassals anymore, just because they do have a liberty desire, especially if we're small at the start. But all right, we're gonna try this configuration and see how it goes. New ULM is selected. We are going to play. Give me a moment. I'm just going to tab out for a second, which might cause us to blank out while I check something. I think everything's okay. Yeah. All right, we're good. Oops. All right. Let's take a look at the landscape. Right now, no one should have any alliances or anything like that. Obviously, sucking up to Austria would be nice. Now, right now, they're neutral and we don't have enough army. Can we get married to them? We can. I don't suppose you'd have a mission for us to do that, right? Form alliance with Bavaria. Maybe. Let me come back to you on that. Obviously, Austria is like top priority #1. We're going to send them a royal marriage offer. Boom. And then I guess we're going to actually wait. Especially, we're not going to send any rivals right away. We're going to see what else we can do. Great. That's still not going to be enough, really? We got to stop them from having a neutral attitude. Burgundy, Aragon, Venice. Okay, let's also send a royal marriage to Bavaria. They're right next to us and they're relatively big. Having them on our side would be very nice. Let's check our economy. We're making 69 ducats a month. I will want to make sure I'm at my force limit. So let's build 1 infantry and 1 cavalry. That will eat into my money. Well, eat into my money now, but also increase our maintenance. There's no reason we have to have our maintenance full right now, though, so we can drop that. Trade, we're making a little bit of cash. Where's our merchants? Both of them are going to Vienna? What? Oh, no. They're in Krakow and Ragusa. And sending money to Austria in the Vienna trade node, where we only have 2% of the power. And making 0.33. Why does it say 0.66? Last month I got... Well, last month I didn't get anything. 0.33 is actually how much I'm getting. I bet you... if we were to collect from trade, we'd do a lot better. Collect from trade there, and value of node, this one in Venice, and we'll collect from trade there. And see what that does for our money. I think we'll make a little bit more. Normally the transfer is what we want to do, but I think this is going to be better. Okay, so I can't send someone there right away. Can't royal marry you. Switzerland might also be a really, really, really good ally for us to have. Oh, we can't royal marry. Yeah, you would potentially do it quite quickly. Okay, let's take a look at our missions again. Improve relations with Bavaria. We'll get 3 prestige isn't worth much. Or there. I guess we'll take the improve our prestige mission. At some point we'll get the +1 stability. So I guess we got nothing to do but wait. I can go and improve relations with Switzerland for a little while. One thing to do is check enemies. Can I rival Venice, Burgundy, or Aragon? Probably not. No, I can rival Bavaria, but I don't want to do that. Oh, it does make sense for me to rival these two. Ansbach, you're not, like, friends with... Oh, you're friends with Bavaria. That's really unfortunate. And Württemberg, you're friends with Palatinate. Okay, we can deal with that because, well, Württemberg. It'd be nice if the Palatinate was on the list. But there we go. We officially hate Württemberg. Ansbach, if I rival you, Bavaria will be slightly displeased. So we're going to wait and see if we can't get some sort of friendship going on here. Well, I guess it means we're not going to be warring against Ansbach. We're going to be warring against Württemberg. So you know what? Let's get started on fabricating a claim over there. Okay. That is quite clear. And then mostly we have to improve some relations with lots of people. We don't really have enough money to hire an advisor, so we're going to go without that for now. That's going to be fine. I'm not going to send any focus anywhere. We're getting a good number of points everywhere, and ultimately we'll want it all over the place. I'm going to try to avoid what I normally do, which is spend a lot on stability, unless there's a specific problem. Sure, more stability will give me more money, but right now it's not going to factor in that much, and it would be really nice to get some ideas a little bit stronger. Plus, I'm going to want to probably core some stuff. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's kick it up to speed 4. Mostly we're going to do a lot of waiting here. See if this check mark changes anywhere. Oh, we can get an alliance with Bavaria. That works for me, actually. Perfect. We have our royal ties. Excellent. We might want to bring you all the way up to friendly. I mean, you might get there, but you know what? No, let's work on Austria. Austria is the emperor. We really want him to not be neutral. We want him to be friendly because then he's very unlikely to jump in a war against me. We'll just try to do a bit more sucking up. We'll get that claim going, but it's actually unlikely that we'll take advantage of it right away. Let's see about rolling a general. We are probably going to keep our leader around right now. Although I don't want him to die, so no, let's try to get a general. We probably have no tradition, so I suspect he'll suck. You know what? That's going to be surprisingly good. If we do attack here, we won't get the river crossing penalty, and he still has 1 fire. Good enough for me. Okay. We're now at our force limit. Maintenance is still low. Check our trade. Oh, yeah, we did increase our trade. It was going to be 33, but it actually got slightly more than that by having a merchant in Venice, because pulling trade's not making much of a difference at this point. By transferring trade, we're not increasing the value of these nodes very much, and so we're better off just collecting. Normally, you want to do it the other way around, but for us, that's going to be okay. Everyone's still busy. I don't suppose you'd ally with me? Not yet. Well, I'm not sucking up to you, but, you know, hopefully something will change. Luckily, you allied. We're still neutral, but, you know, enemy of an enemy as well, huh? Ah, you hate Württemberg. Good stuff. Who else hates Württemberg? Baden. Baden. Right over here. Yeah, all right. We could probably do that. We're only at 2 of 4. Well, I do want to get... I would like to get another slot against someone major. Okay, there's a Conquest CB. Just out of curiosity, if I were to declare war now, how would that look? Palatinate, Ansbach. Bavaria would not jump in. Oh, yeah, I don't have my alliance here yet. Oh, it's very close. Very close. There we go. That's enough. Let me go and pull back the guy with Austria. And we just have to wait December 26th to get that alliance going on. Okay, good. I can stop improving relations over here. Let our diplomat come home. So now if I were to declare war on Württemberg, how would that look? Switzerland would jump in. Okay, I'm not at full maintenance right now. Bavaria won't because they quite like Württemberg. They're not allied with them though. They just like them. This is very close. I got a good reputation, good trust. Ooh, interregnum. Trying to decide if I want to pull the trigger here. Switzerland does have a lot of troops. Well, I guess we won't pull the trigger instantly because I've got to braise. I've got to braise my army maintenance. So we will do that. We do have the bonus discipline, which is huge. We won't get the river crossing penalty. It's farmlands. There's no defensive bonus. Right now they have no leader. They might insta-hire one, of course. Speaking of insta-hiring, we could get... No, none of these are going to help. Let that go up. Listen, Austria, come on. I'll keep my diplomat. I do want to suck up to Bohemia a little. And I really want to bring them in before the war. Ooh, yeah, give me stability. Thank you. Because if they fight on my side, they're not going to get much aggressive expansion penalty against me. But if they're not there, then they might get kind of ticked. Well, April 1st we'll be at full maintenance. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to have to go. It's getting closer, but yeah, we're going to have to go. Switzerland should be able to help. Well, I guess that's probably what we're going to do, but it's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching a new episode and a new series. And of course, with the new series, it is doubly appreciated if you can like and comment and subscribe and do all those good things. It makes a massive, massive, massive difference. I can't even tell you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.